hear that? It's like,
when you're practicing singing, here's something that you should be doing. Get the original track, record yourself singing, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna play your recording in slow motion and then compare that to the original track, also in slow motion. It's gonna give you so many more insights. I'm gonna show you an example of this right now.
A student sent in a recording of him practicing singing a song, and you're gonna see me recording a video back to him with my feedbacks. So what I'm gonna do is I got the original song up here, so I can reference it. It's the first time I've ever heard it. All right, let me just get the key and everything. We're in the key of C, all right? Crowded streets are cleared away, one by one. All right. Okay. All right, here's what's going to be really helpful for you, dude, is I'm going to play you in slow motion, all right? This is what I want you to start doing, is record yourself and then listen to yourself slower, because you're going to hear certain things more. What? Listen to this. Crowded streets are cleared away. You hear right there? Cleared away. Way. You hear when you're in slow motion, you hear yourself do, like, it'll sound more sloppy, if that makes sense. So then the way I want to train it is like I'll play him in slow motion. Listen to this. You hear it's more like, now obviously it's been processed and all this stuff, but it's just like, it's got more of this perfect kind of sound to it, right? Like it's more bang on the beat, the timing, everything. So obviously it's been processed, but you want to use that as your template, at least to strive for. So if I'm here, I want to go, crowded streets are cleared away. What's the next bit? One by one. So I'm being really like deliberate, if that makes sense, on my delivery there. Cleared away. Like I'm exaggerating the pronunciation and dragging out the line and being really specific on highlighting the changes in the notes. Because when you speed it up, it's going to get a little bit more sloppy, right? And when it gets a bit more sloppy, it's going to be like, crowded streets clear away, one by one. You'll get this kind of thing, and you'll be like, oh, why does mine sound like kind of weird, you know? So we practice it that way, and then we get this more emphasis, like, boom. Crowded streets are cleared away, one by one. Crowded streets are cleared away. I'm looking for that kind of punchiness there. Now, I think he's a bit softer than what I am, though. So that's another factor, too. Yeah. Crowded streets are cleared away, one by one. So that's a bit softer. That's kind of how you train it. You got to slow it right down. So let's just continue a bit more. One by one. Yeah, right there. One by. You got that. A little bit of that there. We want to kind of one by one. The transition from the to that. You get a little bit of that, and your vibrato is a little bit wide, like uncontrolled. It's untamed, if that makes sense. One. See that one? You want to tame your vibrato a little bit more. One by one. Get in the habit of just holding the notes a bit straighter with less vibrato. Just get in that habit a bit more. Because you have the tendency to let your vibrato get a little bit too wild. Let me skip a bit further. Yeah, here we go. There's something you do in the high range where you're not using enough air. Let me get to that part. But you're so cold. Yeah, right there. it's kind of the squeeze is sucking back into your throat like that. You need more of that. Cold! You need more of that. Like it needs to come out more. So that's an air and volume issue. I don't know how this song goes, so let me try to figure out where it is. Yeah. Yeah, you see how his volume's quite big there. Let me play that slower so you can kind of hear what he's doing. You hear that? It's like, you're so cold. It's like, you got to go slow and really hold out those notes a bit more. Like practice it that way, if that makes sense. I'm so cold. So if we go slow for you, it'll stand out more what's going on here. You're so cold. You hear right there that so you did that vibrato makes you sound like you don't have control, but it's just the vibrato that's giving that issue there for you. So if you want to practice holding it straight, like if you listen to him, it's just straight. You're so cold. You hear that? Like cold. It's just straight on, right? But you're so. That's so right there. Cold. That's an air thing. It kind of it sucked you into your throat, right? Right there. How do I make this You're gonna get used to just throwing a bit more volume through. So that might eat into your stamina, at least initially, but that's gonna be the next thing that you gotta build up, will be like moving past this thing where you're holding it in a lot too much. You there's that vibrato there. Where is it? Keep you. You see how it's straight? You. It's not you. It's not that. You feel alive. Yeah, the vibrato. It obscures what pitch you're trying to sing there. Do you hear that? I'm trying to figure out where that. Oh yeah, you're right there. Keep your hand there. Feel alive. You're so cold, but you see how that's straight? But you feel alive. You see that's all just straight on? When you do it, it has this kind of warble. You hear that warble? Now, when you go fast, it just feels to you like it's vibrato. So things at full speed will always seem more subtle, right? You slow them down like this, and then it'll stand out to you like a sore thumb, and then you'll be able to pinpoint it at full speed better when you're like doing this kind of stuff. You see that? It's like sucking you in. You're going into the small squeeze. So you want that to be more projected out, which means more volume and air. So here. That's loud. Lay your hand. That's like it's out there. It's not lay your hand. You're kind of doing that kind of thing. So I think just with these changes, dude, this is what's going to push it to the next level for you. It's about when you go up high, it's about getting it to come out more, not being too like small squeezy, and then keeping the notes more straight and deliberate. If you practice in slow motion and record yourself and then listen to it and be like, yeah, that sounds more like his, and then speed it up, you'll start to see the changes. Hope that helps, man.
If you are interested in learning more or applying for mentorship, just head over to my website, filmofurage.com, and I'll see you next time.